where this Bruno Martis lineup snowball coming out from the side of AP Bren might be what we can expect.
As we go into game number 2 in the grand final of the M5 World Championship, can ONIC delay the game, scale it up, or will AP Brand bringing the pressure and stop them in their tracks? We'll witness in this game number 2 of this best of 7.
Starting us off already with the crowd roaring again in Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Anything interesting to note down here as we get into the game, Wolf?
Well, I'm surprised that there's no Tigreal invasion yet at level 1. I don't think that they'll ever be considering it because Keyboy is keeping tabs on Ogwen. This is what we said, right? There has to be a hero for Keyboy that kind of mirrors where Ogwen wants to go for. And going in for the Quantum Charge on Ogwen, interesting. He wants to... Yeah, he wants to be part of these skirmishes, and yeah, Kyrie still has the Retribution, so it's gonna be safe.
He uses it. Retri over Ogwen with a shove back onto Kyrie, but he's still gonna be able to dish out some damage. Keyboy coming in as well. Ogwen with a flicker backwards defensively. That's a flicker as well. Talk about Wolf King. Keyboy picks up first blood in game number 2. A change of pace for ONIC.
A good start, but again, we gotta see how this impact really happens. What's the advantage of ONIC now having the first blood?
Oh, that's a lot of advantage because now Kyrie gets to level 4 without any problem. They can't contest the turtle because the ultimate coming out from Kyrie will be up soon anyways. And the fact that Keyboy had an extra EXP from that kill, that's gonna be great.
Electrifying beats already used up. Keyboy as well with his own round Wolf King, but it's a Mortal Coil, and it's a complete opposite approach, right? Master Assassin for Mr. Recetiano, Super Marco, and for CW, it's that tenacity.
Yeah, we've seen that AP Brand, they really want to win out the lane, but I've been looking at game number 1 as well as game number 2. AP Brand has been putting a lot of pressure inside the jungle of ONIC, but why are they putting in the pressure there?
It's mainly because of the joy. They don't want Kyrie to snowball. Kyle TZ, despite being pressured, we'll get to level 5 first, but I don't think that they will have time for this. Good poke coming up from Sans.
Great poke and boots as well. Forcing out a Mortal Coil. Calteezy is zoned completely away, but Flapteezy doing the same thing to Sans. Forcing a flicker out. Kyrie jumping in, finding the Retribution on a turtle as Keyboy dishes out some damage with boots. Just trying to keep AP Brand, their front line, at bay. And ONIC have secured a neutral objective without giving anything away.
ONIC is starting off very, very good, even though Flapteezy was able to zone Sans away. But looking at how Kyrie is playing the game and the engage coming in from Boots, it's very, very impressive. So now, ONIC, even though it's a 300 goal lead, is actually quite impactful here. What do you think, Wolf?
Yeah, definitely impactful. We were talking about the laning, the scaling of Kyrie as well as the CW. The fact that they're not getting run over by the Tigreal, by the Paquito, as well as the Martis, that's great. And Sans, for some reason, again, Keyboy, oh my.
He found the I'm offended off camera. Few was caught off guard. And Sans just Mystic Gushed.
Oh, look at the bottom lane here. Super Marco having to go back. Calteezy is there. CW, I don't think he can do anything here.
Not much. Not right now. He pops in at Go ONIC as he farms back. But Wolf, they're being kept at bay. The Smartest gets outscaled by quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. Not a good sign, but they can still recover. They still have, 5 minutes to go with this? If they find the opening finally with Calteezy, they can just run over, and then Flapteezy eventually controls the map. That is definitely what AP Brand is looking for.
Yeah, right now we're looking at 2 minutes to 3 minutes. We see how CW is double farming both the gold lane as well as the mid lane. And we got to talk about this. Gord not receiving the farm. Is it still fine for him, Wolf?
Yes, in a way that all he needs to do is to actually equalize the lanes. At this point, Sans, he just needs to prolong the game. That's what he needs to do.
It feels very adaptive, right? The way that they are actually giving CW these waves. They know that Sans just picked up a kill, so that he can afford to actually give a wave in the mid lane. That's when CW decided to rotate over.
Yeah, this is one of the benefits of having a mid laner that is not farm dependent. But let's look at the items here.
Yep, there's the Hunter Strike that Flapteezy has picked up. The FDP, the full damage Paquito, and it's gonna be utilized up top.
A lot of damage onto Boots, and Implosion committed as well. Boots now caught in the I'm offended. He pops in a penalty zone, flickers out to safety, but should fall. The Decimate finds the kill, and Kyle TZ will give AP Bren their first kill on the board for game number 2.
But looking at ONIC here, they're really trying to trade things off because they're like, okay, if you get 1 kill, we need to get 2. I kind of feel like that's the idea. And the 2 that they got was the buff, as well as CW getting a little bit of farm coming in from that mid lane turret. He's gaining gold fast.
And the thing is, ONIC lost their flicker onto Keyboy. It's going to be a massive battle spell to not have for 2 minutes, knowing full well that the 5 to 7 minutes, that is actually the power spike of AP Bren. ONIC, despite them leading when it comes to the goal, they should not be that comfortable. And burning boots as well as Keyboy's flicker, just like that for the trade-off, might not be the best choice.
Not the best choice, but I think that's the only choice that they could have made. AP Bren are doing so well at going for neutral objectives, but also screening the map. They know if ONIC want to look for a trade, and they get the more valuable one by calculation. Flicker implosion, bringing him back. Now the shove in, but a Mystic Gush does a lot of damage to the back as well. Keyboy gonna be knocked out by the Worldly. I'm offended, not connecting to Decima does though. TPZ by Boots. Defensive penalty zone to the back. CW finding a trade in the bottom lane. And he will be able to get just the turret here as Ogwin screens him and pushes him back again.
I mean, we saw in the interview, CW can get money, man. He can get the gold. And I kind of feel like ONIC right now, they are fine with giving something up as long as they get something back, as long as it's not a losing trade. Proactiveness coming in from AP Brand, but we got to look at Kyrie as well. He just finished his Starlium Scythe. It's just 1 item, but once he gets 2, once he gets 3, it's going to be trouble.
And speaking of trouble, AP Bren already invaded the purple buff that should be belonging to Kyrie. Then they secured their own. They even got a turret up top. And obviously the power spike that we're talking about for AP Bren, we can now feel it. And ONIC will really scratch their heads with the flicker being burned out by both Keyboy as well as Boots.
I want to mention as well, even though Sans, he was giving away the lane, he has a goal advantage over few.
Yeah. I guess because of the kills that he was able to get as well as the assist. But ONIC, they don't need to panic. All they need to do now is to defend their lanes. Make sure that the middle is going to be intact. Keyboy and Sans might throw their bodies just to defend that. And then secure the farm onto CW.
And again, looking at the goal earned here, CW is number 1, Super Marco is number 2. But looking at ONIC here, the way that they've been moving around the map is like that they're not sacrificing too much for helping out CW.
Yeah, now they've actually lane swap, decided to do that. AP Red feels very happy to do that. Flapteezy 1v1 against CW. Battle Mirror Image going to be used up. Flapteezy. Knockout strike, one more shot. Blazing too wet from CW. No battle spells used up just yet. AP Brand in the bottom lane. That's a penalty zone connecting on the Ogwin, but he gets a massive shove onto 3. Kyrie walks out with the electrifying beat. Super Marco dishing out damage on the boots. I'm offended. Into a Decimate. Kyrie with a retribution. He misses it, but Kyle doesn't. He finds another. B-Boy falling. Solid in the mid lane. Pressured down on his own tier 1. Kyrie looking to clear out the waves. That's a dive angle from AP Brand. A Decimate and Kyrie will still be able to walk away. Super Marco gets a big goal on top. CW 1v1 against Flapteezy. Battle Mirror Image gonna be used out. Knockout strike 1-2. CW takes the 1v1.
Hey, why did you bring a gun to a fist fight, man? CW was playing unfair, but we gotta look at the items here.
Yep.
ONIC, what's happening here, Wolf?
It's a massive snowball. The Radiant Armor picked up. It's the first time for Kalteezy. That paid dividends, and now he's gonna be tanking through ONIC's damage.
Mortal Coil, but a penalty zone will be used in time. Kalteezy going for the bang! He turns it around. The shutdown goes to the roamer. I would say that's still a win for AP Bren.
ONIC right now making mistakes. We saw the mistake just now. Kyrie unable to secure the turtle. Good thing by AP Brand, they actually reset it so that the retribution was not enough. Now what does ONIC have to do?
Well, ONIC will just have to defend once again. Very unfortunate that CW was the one that got picked off. That was great play coming out from Kalteezy with the Blade Armor as well, because ONIC was trying to run him down, but he lasted for such a long time that AP Bren was able to trade it off. With the Radiant Armor as well as Blade Armor picked up by this Kalteezy Martis. Now you know that they have the Snowball. Definitely needs to secure the first Lord for AP Bren for sure.
The question as well, we see AP Bren right now with 1,000 gold lead. They're moving as a unit. They're moving as 3. They're moving as 4. What are they planning, Wolf? Are they just wanting to get kills, or they just want to zone ONIC away?
Yeah, it's just about zoning ONIC away. They do have a lot of potential when killing. But at the same time, if they just secure the Lord and then just take the turrets, they're going to be fine, because what happens afterwards will be for them to take out the jungle of ONIC.
Well, right now, looking at the goal, looking at the positioning, it is definitely AP Brand favorite, and FlapTZ is doing the most amount of damage in this game. Looks like he's fine being alone. AP Brand doing this 4-1 positioning is good for AP Brand.
It's massive for them. Kyrie looking for an angle, gets shoved back by Open, electrifying beast. Whoa! Kyrie has just stolen it away. Kyle had the retry. He had the level advantage as well. The magical man, my goodness.
Only one time, man. Kyrie was like, don't worry. It was just luck. It was just a mistake.
Holy.
I'm not going to lose the next one.
I got this, says Kyrie. Brings me back to the time where I was able to work with this man.
Wow. Wow.
Just wow.
Wow. To the family
Wow.
of CW, I'm sorry I mentioned it.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're
Damn.
special.
And with FlapTZ not even having to commit the flicker. That's going to be a... I don't know what happened, but that's going to be great for AP Brand. They must be feeling great right now. And now what they can do is to control the long lane once again with FlapTZ, then just continuously siege against AP Brand.
Right now, Ogwen is looking for a target. San's able to stun him up. Looking at the position here, Ogwen is going to figure out where the majority of members of ONIC is. Having Kyle TZ as well as Few there, they are in position to follow up whenever necessary. But the more important one is, look at FlapTZ. He's hiding.
He is. He's doing a good job at it too right now. And Caltese is just going on to the purple buff. Trying to steal away a good steal back, or I would say recovery from ONIC there. Was a stun Mystic Projectile into Kyrie's retreat.
That's right.
Looking at the goal here, even though CW has died twice, Super Marco hasn't died at all.
Yep.
Only a 300 goal difference. That's impressive.
The two waves, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. The double lane setup that was given to CW. And the fact that they're defending mid, this is the most important resource now for ONIC. Getting the mid lane intact means that you will have access to your jungle so much easier. And that means also that you can position yourself around the Lord later on.
Yeah, losing the side lanes is like losing a sock. And then
sock.
losing the mid lane is like losing a shoe. You can still wear a shoe without a sock, but you cannot wear a shoe with a sock without a shoe. Wait, what?
I think you can. But yeah, we get it, we get it, right? The
listen-
mid lane is more
I
important.
Listening from the crowd, I guess we can.
Yeah, we can,
understand.
we
All
can.
right.
we
Thank you,
can.
crowd. Thank you.
Sometimes you got to get them to correct us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm running out of ideas. What can I say? Special.
I think Mirko wears his expensive shoes without the socks.
Hey, don't get to that, right? Kyrie now trying to steal it. Oh, he doesn't get it. Kyle Teasy takes it away, snatches it away from Kyrie's hands.
Hey, by the way, Super Marco went for the RG Rose Gold Meteor. It's going to be perfect versus the aggression that can come from Kyrie.
And now the Lord dance has begun. We got to talk about AP Brand 1.3k gold lead. ONIC here, they are at a disadvantage. Sans keeps trying to figure out where the members of AP Brand are, and he's been finding them. Looking at the HP as well, AP Brand, they are chunked down just a little bit because Kyle TZ has been absorbing the damage coming in from the Lord. Keyboy, can he find a good opening here?
Kyle might have to reset this. CW's walking up right now. Caltese finds a good pinch down, but CW takes in a half HP. Boots doing the same thing. Mortal Coil used up defensively. Kyrie takes control of the Lord. You're not going to look to reset it. I'm offended into the Mystic Gush into the Blazing Duet as Boots distracts the back line. Few very, very low. Not going to be chased down. Kyrie finds a double kill right now. Caltese is going to be forced to use the Mortal Coil defensively. FlapTZ went for the hills. The Mystic Projectile connects at max range. And Caltese falls. Now FlapTZ was looking for an angle to maybe turn this around, but ONIC, they've taken 3 members down from AP Brenner looking for the Lord.
Run by us! Whoa, what happened there? How did ONIC immediately take control?
It was the Lord Dance and the bait and switch that you saw coming out from CW went in forward so that he will force some of the rotations from AP Brand. In fact, 2 people followed him afterwards, and that's how they were able to get it. By the way, the underrated factor of the Gord... Ouch.
Ow, man!
Yep. The underrated factor for the Gord is that he can clear the left bush mid with just 2 spells, and you can scout out where your opponents are.
Shove. Ogwen has no dash now. CW battle mirror image to the front. Ogwen forced to flicker out. FlapTZ! One shot with a nature. FlapTZ gets out just barely, but CW does the same thing. Oh man, 7-7, game number 2.
Dude, ONIC has been waiting. They waited for CW. They waited for Kyrie. Look at the items now.
Yep.
This is the power spike they were looking for.
So the 3 items now onto Keyboy. That means that he is not easily taken out. You can see that CW eventually gets to the wind of nature and the Malefic Lore.
Dude, right
all
now,
about
listen to the
defense.
crowd. It's all for AP Brand. They're still looking at AP Brand to defend this, but ONIC, with just one more dance, it was 1,000 gold lead for AP Brand.
Mr.
Now it's
Gush.
2.7 for them.
Implosion only onto Keyboy. That's the roamer for the team. Kyrie with the electrifying beats. Keyboy finds it offended onto Super Marco penalty zone. Darts away from and the knockout strike brings Boots back to the turret for AP Bren to do what the crowd's been chanting. Defend!
Right now, ONIC, they are trying their best to get the resources coming in from AP Brand. They wanted the structures, but AP Brand, how did they do that? How did they defend so well?
That was the old win.
Oh, right onto Caltizi, blazing duet! Nature can use that Mystic Gush as well! What a bait! Sans flickers out of the shove. Ogwen, thumbed up. Kyrie walking up against 3 members. Looking for the dashes. One more should be able to do it right now. Caltizi going to be taken low. But Kyrie decides to stop.
Sans. That was crazy.
That's
Look at
crazy, Sans.
You can see the damage output now from coming up from Kyrie as well as Sans is nah. They really do hurt now. And the thing with Gord is that even when it's a defensive kind of hero and it's strong at when he's able to land his spells, it still is a pretty good scaling hero as well. The Impure Age versus the spells that he has and the items that he picked up, Sans will be a threat in the latter portions of the game as well.
Looking at the damage dealt here, Flap TZ was #1, but Sans was able to overcome him. And again, he has been absorbing less minions, less minion gold, just because he's sharing it with CW. And now, ONIC, I would say this is their win condition, no?
Definitely. We're reaching the point where they're stronger.
I'm offended. Flicker already.
Oh,
You
no.
keep burning this away from Ogwen, and now what do they use to catch? They practically can't. Kyrie dashes forward, forces that Mortal Coil, even pops in that electrifying beats.
Oh, that's a problem for AP Brand. That flicker was the sole reason why they were able to defend the bottom lane and get 2 kills afterwards. And now that the Lord is going to be available for both teams, I mean, if you're looking at the Flap TCs making the lane pushed against ONIC, but not having the flicker implosion, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, right now, the Lord Dance is started by AP Brand again. We got to remind ourselves that ONIC was able to win it out with CW using himself as bait and then giving the opportunity for ONIC to bite back, to go in, to get an engage, and dish out the damage.
And now it's ONIC. We're holding it in despite Joy being seen in the top side of the map. They still want to go for the Lord Dance right now on CW's damage. He's definitely scaled. Concealed play. Keyboy finding with the position of Super Marco. Caltizi forcing his way in. Ogwen looking for the back right now, but Caltizi, his immortality is going to be popping down. That's a retribution from Kyrie. Super Marco free hitting in the back. Boots going to be taken very low, and that's going to be a lot of damage placed out. But Kai jumps to the back with the electrifying beat. Super Marco, one last shot. Should do it, but he's unable to find it. Only an immortality. Burnt down for AP Brent. They're looking for more into the mid lane. A good stun to take Flap TZ lower, but he still has the immortality. Mystic Gush trying to predict the maneuvers from Flap. But for ONIC and AP Brent, who wins it?
Definitely ONIC getting that Lord. But good thing for AP Brand is that they only lost their immortality in exchange for the turret in the middle. So they're still trying to get some kind of trade. And AP Brand, unfortunately, with just Caltizi manning the front lines, it's not enough. You see the damage output from ONIC. It's always a threat. Everybody's a threat now from ONIC.
Yeah, but Keyboy taking quite a lot of damage. And speaking of threats, man, I'm looking at Super Marco. The damage that he dished out was a lot.
Yes.
ONIC, they have to respect it. I gotta say, either CW or Kyrie, they gotta find a way to get to Super Marco and take it down.
A mistake and a costly one. AP Bren with Kyle Teasy. He's looking for more. The Mystic Projectile stops Kyle. But that's a big, big kill in the 19th minute of the game.
And ONIC, whatever playstyle they're doing with CW, it worked in some of the moments, but in that crucial one, it didn't. What I'm trying to say is, CW in the first Lord fight, he went for the min-max play where he's trying to bait on AP Bren and become very aggressive when it comes to his positioning. It paid well during the first Lord, but not in the second one.
All right, electrifying beats, immortality. Now winner truncheon bot. Flap TZ buying a lot of time. Ogren running in with a conceal. Implosion flicker onto Kyrie, but he buys the immortality. Now Few with the damage as well. Boots still terrified down. I'm offended by Few. Kyrie walks away. Keyboy does the same thing. Super Marco sliding tackle. All's in the front. Keyboy brought back to the team. Immortality still ready. He buys it in time. Kyrie looking for the flags. Kyrie looking for the electrifying beats damage, but he won't be able to find it. AP Bren maneuver out of a team fight that they have won.
This is the best players in the world. Do one mistake, and it feels like 10. ONIC, after CW made a crucial mistake, AP Brand controlled the map. AP Brand won that fight.
Wow. And they have equalized when it comes to the economy. And even after Flap TZ had to utilize the winner turn shot, it was just a ploy for AP Bren. The rest of the members get back. It looked really dicey though. Ogwen might have been like far too early. They see few not in range, but eventually Cal TZ was there. AP Bren squad were able to find something, even in this stage where ONIC has a lot of strength with their items, with their natural scaling.
Yeah, looking at how AP Brand has been positioning as well, you need eyes in the back of your head, man, because the flank coming in from Cal TZ and Flap TZ as well is like, whenever you're focusing, something else is going on.
That's a lot of damage, but Flap should be able to sustain back up. He pops the regen, and he goes onto the waves. Does he have a bloodlust? He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
I don't think so.
I think it's all from the Festival of Blood.
And the RGM.
Yeah,
RGM, for sure.
So now, looking at CW, we have... Okay, right now we got to talk about this. CW is the aggressor. He's the bait. But here's the thing, man. Wait, do they not know? Okay, Cal TZ sees it.
They see it. Flap TZ sees it too, but he might be too late right now. They're going to go on to Cal TZ. Burst him down. Cal will lose his life. A shutdown for Boots. Keyboy zoning down the members. Boots! A penalty zone on the Super Marco. Holding him back. Now Flap joining in the team fight. But an explosion to the back. CW finally lays into Webber. Flap TZ goes in for the punches. A lot of damage plays down. Super Marco free hitting from the back. That's a lot of damage down. Keyboy finds that I'm affected. Super Marco losing immortality. Keyboy will not lose his life. AP Bren, they're still able to sustain back up. Super Marco, no flicker though. Kyrie looking for the assassination, looking for a play. Super Marco steals some life back with that house claws and is able to defend.
Don't offend Keyboy!
Oh my goodness.
Keyboy goes in and he's gonna bring all you in!
A big shot, but an even bigger shot from Kyrie. CW picks the base turret in the mid lane down. Now Ogwen, one member left standing. Cal TZ gonna be back in 4 seconds. Ogwen melted down by CW. Evolve Lord still crashing in the bottom lane. ONIC taking their time. Cal TZ holding it down, going for the wave. What? Lord went back and forth. Mystic projectile onto Ogwen, dodge away from Mystic Gush. I'm offended. Cal TZ melted down again. And now it's gonna be two members in desperation going in. 1 second on the Flap TZ. Who expected a full reverse sweep? It will never have happened in the M5 Grand Finals. We're back to equal on the board.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your attention here. There is no such thing as